How am I wait, how the fuck am I a Fed? How am I a Fed? What the fuck did I do? How many people are watching this right now? 653. Really? I'm the fucking Fed with 600 people? They couldn't even spring for 1,000? Is that how bad the budget is right now? I do think that in our government, this is not me saying that I think Tucker Carlson's working for Israel. I don't. I do think that in our government, there is an anti-Israel faction. I think that's true. I do think that Tucker Carlson is anti-Israel. I say that because all of the New York City Jays, that not that I know, but have connection to, that I have friends who are friends with them. And so I ask them, what are these people talking about? Because they really don't like me. They all hate Tucker. Genuinely hate him. So it makes me, it begs the question, okay, so if all these Jays in New York City, one of the arguably the most powerful city in America, if they all don't like Tucker, clearly they're not in on it, okay? So I do think that there is an anti-Israel, or at the very least, anti-Likud faction of the United States government. I think that exists. I think there is an anti-whatever faction of the government. And Fuentes, even if they agree on the sentiment of being against Israel, on the sentiment of being against the Israeli state and its occupation, and its sorry, I can't say that here, and its involvement in the United States government, they're fundamentally different things, because one is working at the behest of a government agency, and the other one is grassroots. Fuentes is a grassroots actor who is not paid. He can't be contained. They can't tell him what to do. They can't craft a narrative and make him say it. And that's a problem. This is my crackpot theory, okay? Don't listen to me. This is my crackpot theory, okay? I think that Tucker has connections in intelligence, and I think they want the Groypers, they want the young people who are anti-Israel, and I think they like that they are anti-Israel. However, they want to bring it back onto the plantation. They want it to be controllable by the government. Because right now, the Groypers and Fuentes, that is a purely grassroots movement. They can't do anything about that. And that's what I think it is. I do think there is a CIA faction, though, that is against Israel. I think there is. That's pretty undeniable at this point. Because, and granted, are they anti-Israel for because they care about American sovereignty? No, I think they're anti-Israel because Israel's in bed in our government, and also they're maybe getting money from Qatar or whatever else, or they want more control, whatever it is. It doesn't really matter, though. I think there is an anti-Israel stint within our intelligence agencies. It doesn't change the fact that they're fucking intelligence agencies. My actual take on Dan versus Nick, you always go with Nick. Always. And why do I say that? Listen, I've known of Fuentes for 10 years. I've known of him. I have followed him, followed what he's up to for 5. I knew of him after Charlottesville, and I was a teen. He's only a year older than me. I followed him knowing what he's up to for 5 years. I've watched him and been actually keeping up to date with him for 3-4 years, something like that. And now I work in this sphere, and now we follow one another, and he's I don't want to consider him a contemporary because he's way bigger than me, but we're in the same sphere or whatever. And so what I've learned in that entire time of knowing about this guy, of watching this guy, of now knowing this guy, I know you can't bet against him. I tweeted it. You can't bet against the Groypers. You can't. You can bet against fucking anybody you want. Bet against Trump, bet against Thiel, bet against the whole state of Israel if you want. You can't bet against the Groypers. They're loyal. They are fucking fierce to their beliefs. And I don't agree with them on a lot. That's why I don't consider myself a Groyper. I don't agree with them on a ton of things. I don't agree with them on race. I don't agree with them on populism because I am a populist. And yet I know, do not go, they will fucking win in the end. They'll win in the end. They'll just fucking win in the end. They will win in the end. They will win. They always do. They always fucking do. I don't think people realize how long this shit has been going on for. You understand, Fuentes literally took Turning Point USA, one of the most pro-Israel, neoconservative organizations in America. He took it. He and his followers, they fucking took it and turned it into what it is now, which is now every single young person in TPUSA is against Israel. And now TPUSA doesn't publicly talk about Israel, because they know that if they do, all their young fans and all their young members are going to fucking eat them alive. You have to give them credit for that, man. No, they did. No, they didn't flip him. How would they flip him? How would this is what I'm telling you, man. Out of everyone I've met in this game, Out of everyone I've met in this racket, he's the most authentic actor. He's the most authentic actor. I'm saying it. I'm saying he is. I've met people, and listen, I'm not shitting on anybody who does production, who runs a PR game. I mean, I Lord knows I do. We all do. It's part of the game. It's part of being in the media. What is this?
People are with Dan BC. They don't take the 2 seconds of brain to justify why Nick supports Democrats for the midterms. They're too focused on small hats and hated when Nick argued that Kirk was shot by a fuck and not Israel.
I do think that Tucker Carlson and all of them, I do think that they bank off of there being a lot of like low IQ political actors. Like I will say like that is kind of their appeal. And you know, I argued about that before. I asked that question before. Is it okay? Because I'm of the mindset of like, listen, if the American public, like middle America, needs to believe that there was some like horrific like Candace Owens level conspiracy, aliens, people in the fucking, you know, lizard people, whatever. That's how Charlie Kirk got taken out, and not like the narrative that the FBI says. If that's what's necessary, like if people need to believe that in order for them to dislike Israel, I was of the mindset of, yeah, fuck it, let them believe that. I was of the mindset of like, who gives a fuck? Like, if everyone has to believe that the moon landing didn't happen in order for us to like actually dislike Israel and for there to be a government movement against Israel, then like, fuck it. Fuck Neil Armstrong. You know what I mean? Like, I don't give a shit. Fuck Neil Armstrong. Fuck Lance Armstrong, for you know, whoever. Fuck them all. I don't care. Fuck Buzz Aldrin. Fuck everybody. Fuck the moon. That was my take, right? But I don't know. He did rally against that really hard. And I was like, okay, like there was some, I don't know. The problem is that also at the same time, like Fuentes is objectively no glaze. Listen, guys, no glaze. Okay. No fucking glaze, no glaze. But like he is objectively a political like analysis genius. He is. You can't like, bro, he is. You have to admit that. I think even his biggest detractors would have to admit that he's incredibly intelligent. And I said this before in Discord, like with that is going to come, you're going to have baggage. Like there's going to be baggage with that. There's never been genius that's like cooperative, friendly, like, you know what I mean? Like reliable to like a fault. Like there's always going to be some form of baggage because that's just what genius is. I think he very clearly publicly has had some baggage before. He's had some beef with people. He's very strict about his views, very orthodox to his views. But to me, that's one, shows his conviction, and two, shows the like how real and raw he is, how grassroots he is. He's not willing to bulge on anything. Budge. Hey yo, chill. Relax. Hey yo. No, but he's not willing to budge on anything. And so it's like, you know, he's incredibly authentic. And I think that's honestly, I think there is an anti-Israel faction of the CIA, or at least some form of the American government. And I think they don't like that because you need to be able to control. You need to be able to control. And Fuentes, if this section of the CIA contacted Fuentes and said, hey, listen, we're the CIA, we dislike Israel, and we're fucking with you, do your thing. The minute they need him to like say a certain narrative, is Nick Fuentes the kind of guy who would go, yes, sir? I don't know. Would he? If they said, Nick, we need you to say XYZ, we need you to promote XYZ narrative, and it went against his principles, would he do that? Would he be willing to do that? I don't think so. I think if something was against his principles, he'd say, no, I don't believe in that. And I think that's a problem for them. I think for them, that's a problem. I think they need to be able to craft and calculate narratives. Because by the way, take a fucking look at Tucker Carlson, right? Like, and again, it's hard because I'm trying to steal Tucker Carlson's audience. I'm trying to court his audience and become a tour de force in that, right? But let's just be honest about the circumstance. Maybe people will finally hear that. When he was at Fox News, when he was with all those people, he talked about replacement, he talked about migration, he talked about the evils of Islamism, etc., etc., etc. And then all of a sudden he's flying out to Qatar, he's flying out to fucking, you know, the Emirates, whatever. Now he's like very almost pro-Islam, almost like pro fucking like Qatari state Islamism, which I'm not saying I'm against that. I'm not one of these like based and trad pilled crusaders who's here to fucking establish Christian Sharia. You know, I'm not that type, but like it is just, I don't know. It's a little odd. It's a little weird that like he's going so into that. I don't know. Of course I'm grifting that audience. What do you mean? That's what do you think making content is? Tucker Carlson has an audience that I would love to fucking steal because I'm an authentic actor. My dad is a public divorce lawyer. He doesn't work for the fucking CIA. Like out of the two options, I am much fucking better for that. My dad's a divorce lawyer. He has a YouTube show that I passed recently, by the way. I now have more subscribers than my dad. So guys, thank you. Good job, everybody. We did it. We beat my dad. Fuck yeah. We did it, folks. Well, I mean, yeah, I don't agree with divorce, but I'm not my dad. What do you want me to do about it? It's not that I think Tucker is a fed in a bad way. I think that Tucker, like, it's undeniable though that he's like a high level actor. I mean, someone who's that big of a fucking media pundit, of like a presenter, a figure people trust, he's going to inevitably have ties with the government, and his family history shows that. His family history shows that he has ties with the government. No, but like, why are you riding for Fuentes? First off, I'm riding for Fuentes because like, I'm telling you, man, I have seen this fucking game. I've played these games before, okay? I've seen this shit before. He wins in the end. He fucking wins in the end, dude. I've seen it happen before. He wins in the end. I know this fucking game. He wins in the end. You lose, he wins. Don't even try. Don't. Like, he fucking wins in the end. So just he will fucking beat you. So no, I'm not gonna, no. And it's like, yeah, like, I'm not even saying this as like I said before, I'm not a dyed in the wool Groyper. I'm not. I disagree with him on a lot. I disagree with him basically on all of his points about race, like completely. I disagree with him on the problem, or sort of like the race problem in America, the race, situation in America. I disagree with him on that completely. And yet, like, I would never, I don't know. I mean, I support the guy, of course. How the fuck am I a fed? How am I a fed? What the fuck did I do? If I was a fed, I'm like, they must have a really shitty budget because I only have, how many people are watching this right now? 653. Really? I'm the fucking fed with 600 people? They couldn't even spring for 1,000? Is that how bad the budget is right now? They couldn't spring for a fucking 1,000? Folks, the books are back. New name, new company, some old players, and some great new books. That's right, folks. This video is sponsored by The Right Books, your #1 source for alternative, taboo, banned, hard to get literature anywhere on the internet. They've got everything, folks. Left-wing literature, right-wing literature, philosophy, politics, religion. I mean, literally everything. I mean, it's insane how much they've got, and you absolutely have to check them out. I mean, I personally, it's where I get all my books. Be sure to go to therightbooks.com and use code VRILLIUM on your purchase and get yourself some cool books. With that out of the way, folks, let's get back into the video. Well, no, here's the problem. Here's the problem with the whole Randy Fine thing. Here's the problem, is that, like, the thing that you don't hear about when it comes to the whole Randy Fine thing is that an America First candidate was already running against Randy Fine. An America First candidate was already running against Randy Fine. He was already doing it. He was already on board. He was already America First. He was already like with Nick, yada, yada, yada. And then Dan Bilzerian, out of nowhere, announces, despite the fact that he does not live in Randy Fine's district, out of nowhere he announces, oh yeah, I'm running for Congress in that fucking district. What the fuck? Wait a minute, what the fuck? And by the way, there are several districts in Florida. Like, he could have just ran for the one that he lives in. Like Dan could have ran for the one where he owns a house. But he didn't. He ran for the one with Randy Fine in it, despite the fact that there's already an America First candidate running for that. Do you see what that looks like? It's a little fucking sus. It's like, are you trying to split the vote so that Randy Fine wins? Are you trying to split the vote so that Randy Fine, who's like this gigantic bulwark for, you know, the Israel lobby in the government in a very important district? Like, it's kind of weird. What is his name? We literally were all in a space last night. His name was, here we go. Aaron Baker. That's him. Aaron Baker. Oh my God, that's so funny. Okay. Aaron Baker, this guy. This guy is running against Randy Fine. He's running against Randy Fine. He's see, like he's from that area. And he was at the event. I met this guy. Oh, I guess I did. Yeah, I met this guy. Dude, I met so many people. I don't fucking remember names, but bro. Anyways.
Fine. A morally bankrupt monster who gleefully celebrates the slaughter of innocent children, fuels deadly violence, and shamelessly boasts about it online. This is no leader. This is a danger. Even AIPAC, the pro-Israel powerhouse, briefly disowned this Israel-obsessed fanatic for his genocidal rants.
We nuked the Japanese twice. That needs to be the same here.
He claims to represent you, but lives 100 miles south of his district. This hypocrite pushes laws to silence hate speech.
Is a hate crime. It will be a third-degree felony.
While spewing his own hateful venom. He calls for starving children to death while gorging at taxpayer expense. Unforgivable. In Florida's 6th district, families battle 5.3% unemployment, frozen wages, and skyrocketing costs, while Fine wages war for Israel. Enough. It's time to crush his hateful agenda and foreign betrayal. Tell Randy Fine, pack it up and move to Israel.
The base. That's fucking base. Dude, he should move. No, I mean, dude, he like fucking Randy Fine, like he's very important to their hedge in Florida, especially because there is this gigantic Jewish community in Florida. There's a gigantic Jewish community in Florida, in Boca Raton. I don't know, it's weird. It's just he's been campaigning in this district for fucking ever. And then out of nowhere, Bilzerian announces he's campaigning in the same exact district. What the hell's going on? You guys have to understand, okay? The political situation we found ourselves in when it comes to Israel is that, like, Israel is convinced that it is in the end game. I need you guys to know that. This all needs to be remembered as we look at this. We need to remember this, okay? Israel, like, genuinely believes that, like, they believe in messianism. Like, they really believe that they are in the end game, that they are about to end like the world, that they're gonna defeat Persia, they're gonna get their temple, they're going to get their fucking Mashiach, the Antichrist, and they're going to rule the world. Like they genuinely, actors in their government genuinely believe that. Like Ben Gvir genuinely believes that. Okay, so remember that as we're analyzing what's going on in politics. Like we're analyzing who is fucking doing what, and we're analyzing like people going very, mask off and kind of crazy. But I wanted to say this. I think there is a contingent of internationalist types who like and want to maintain multiculturalism, want to maintain immigration, but don't like Israel. And I will say that, like, when it comes to Fuentes, like the one thing that kind of the obstacle that Fuentes has is the fact that his politics are innately racial. Like, there is a level of racialism to his beliefs. I mean, he is I wouldn't say, when I say white nationalist, that, like, clearly he's not the same as, like, a PF, right? Like, he's not, like, a avowed, like, Turner Diary, like, white nationalist. But there is a racial component to his beliefs, big time. And someone like a Tucker, there isn't a racial component. Like, Tucker, I don't even think Tucker talks about immigration, like, at all. I don't think Tucker talks about immigration fucking at all. And I think what happened after Fuentes' generational run is that, and I said this in the video, man, people saw the clips of Fuentes on Instagram, on TikTok, they saw the clips, and they liked what he was saying because it was objectively correct. He was objectively correct about the state of Israel. He was saying Israel is operating our government and utilizing diaspora politics and this ethnic affinity that exists between American Jays and Israel, and that they're calling upon their people in America to operate on their behalf politically. He said that. That's the objective truth that nobody wanted to touch. And so all these people, a lot of young people, instantly globbed on. They were like, yes, he's fucking right. All of these, like, Muslims and brown people hopped on because that's true. And those people, number one, they don't like Israel. Number two, they don't want to be liberals. I've said it before, like, all these Muslim people, they don't want to be liberals at all because they're not liberal, like, at all. When you think of the religion of Islam and think of liberalism, those are two fundamentally fucking diametrically opposed things. It's very clear that people kind of thought that Fuentes was a populist. They thought that Fuentes was what Tucker Carlson is, or at least presents himself to be, which is more populist in nature, which is less like it's whiteness is not at the center of it. By the way, like I'm of that camp. I'm not a racialist. I'm not a white nationalist. I'm not of that camp. I'm more of the anti-Israel camp. I like Hamiltonian politics. Yeah, I've talked about this before, and we're not going to do it again because all these fucking lives just devolve into me screaming about race. But anyways, I think a lot of young people, a lot of like young not white people as well, saw that and saw Fuentes's like clips and just thought he was a populist. And then when they got to Fuentes's stream and heard him in full, they were wholly disappointed. And you can see that in the huge drop off of viewership because he has, listen, this is not me fucking hating at all. It's actually the opposite. During his generational run, he was clocking like 60K viewers a night, 100K viewers a night. Now he's clocking 32. I think his last stream was 32,000 at peak or 34,000 at peak. And so it clearly shows that like a niche effect happened, that basically he gains all this widespread appeal, but then all of the faithful actors, all the people who were going to be devout fans stayed, and all of the trend people, all the people who didn't really fully understand America Firstism, who didn't understand the Groypers, they start leaving because they're like, oh, this isn't what I thought it was. I thought this was the populism hour, yada, yada, yada. I think there is like, I mean, this is why I'm a populist. I am a populist. And I do think that there is a real viable strategy and political, really just dynamic in this sort of like, I guess like a multiracial coalition or like a multiracial anti-Israelism. There is political viability in that. I agree with it. I agree with this notion of patriotic Black Americans, patriotic Hispanic Americans, patriotic whatever, going against Israel for American sovereignty. I agree with that. However, the problem is that the people who are fucking promoting that, who aren't me, are all working with the fucking CIA. We're all working for the government. And it's like, what the fuck is going on here? What the fuck is going on? Like, what is going on? I don't understand. Like, am I the one fucking populist guy who's not getting fucking money from the CIA? If so, how do I apply? I want fucking CIA money. I'm out here fucking arguing with Wignats every fucking day, talking about how I'm not like a devout fucking Turner Diaries racialist, like insane, like hillbilly, and I'm getting shit on left, right, and center by fucking Zoomer Historian every other fucking day, and I'm not even getting any money for it. I'm not even getting paid. And meanwhile, these assholes are. These people are getting fucking paid. It's like, bro, like I want the Qatar CIA money. Like, where is that? Why? Like, what are we talking about? Like, why don't I have